Now we're on to new business item B, adopt resolution requesting general election post-election review. And I mean, I'll kind of address this first. It's exactly what it's sad. I know Sarah and you and I have talked about it. I don't like generally using resolutions to try and communicate, but we sent it out to Anoka County and I checked with Kate again today. We got nothing. We got nothing from them. And there's 7 other cities that have already done this because they have the same concern we do. And for the general public, really what it comes down to is this. Anoka County, I may have Jenny speak to it better, but a post-election review is where you request, right now it's just done randomly by the county. And I think, what is it, 8 cities, Jenny? I'm sorry.
State statute requires 4.
4. Okay.
Precincts. Anoka County in the last general election did pull an additional 4 at the request of, I mean, I don't think it was a formal request, but they just wanted to show a good faith of counting ballots and doing a post-election review.
So there's 4.
But state statute requires only 4 precincts in Anoka County.
So state requires 4 random and Anoka County's bumped it up to 8 random, but I still believe I can't understand why the resistance to, if a city wanted to do a review, why they couldn't pay for it and do it. And the other catch about the whole 8, that when the county just does 8 randomly, it's only doing the top of the ballot. It doesn't come down to city elections. It does not go down ballot. It only does like the top 2 or 3 races. And I think that's wrong. If it ever came up, I don't, as I've said before, I don't see any evidence of it, or I'd be screaming bloody murder. But if we ever had concerns about our election system and we wanted to do basically it's a post-election review is like a hand count, and we as a city would have to pay for it if we requested it. But they're denying us to see it, and I don't understand why, if we wanted to pay to see it, why can't we see that? So that's what this resolution, in a nutshell, that's what this resolution's about. So, anybody want to weigh in? Feel free to weigh in. Joel, I'll start with you.
Well, I was reading it, and to me, excuse me, it says that if we were selected, we'd request to have all of them. So if they happen to select one of us, one of our precincts, we'd want the rest of them done. That's basically what it says. So it doesn't necessarily say anything other than that. So if we're not selected, it doesn't matter, so to speak, from what I read. If I'm
Yeah, and I wish Dave, were you here?
missed something?
Mayor and Council, so item number 2 is if we are not selected, that they pull a second lot that includes us.
Okay.
And then the third one is that, so one of them is if we are selected and then if we aren't selected. So they do. Yeah, this is the same resolution that many other cities use, so.
Right.
Correct.
Hey, where'd he come from?
Thank you, Dave.
Dave's here.
Yes.
Your disembodied voice, Dave.
Anything else, Joe?
No, when I was reading that, I was like, that doesn't make much sense to, why would they not do that? But that clears it up for me as far as that goes. So then if we're not selected, we say, do one of ours anyway, or do all of them anyway? I mean, help me understand that better. So in the event that it says in the event St. Francis election precinct is not selected for a post-election review of the general election, the city council requests that Anoka County Canvassing Board perform a second lot selection that includes us. So it says St. Francis precinct, so that's all of them.
Mm-hmm.
So we want it done no matter what, based on this.
Correct.
Yes.
No, I'm good now. I don't know how I missed that, but all right.
All right. Amy?
I don't have any questions. I guess, well, what is the cost if we ask for that?
Boy,
I guess I did have a
it
question.
was roughly thrown out, the last I heard, like a couple $1,000 if we decided to do that. I don't know if that's accurate or not. Just the rough number that
That was somebody else's numbers though too,
Yeah.
right? That was ACID,
Could be,
wasn't it?
could be, yes.
And is,
That's the only numbers I ever
So I don't
seen.
have a good answer to that. I don't know.
and is it really hand counted or do they just put it through the machine
No,
again?
It's hand count.
Hand count.
There's election judges are pulled, and if our city is selected in a post-election review, we as a city are required to send election judges down there and they hand count every ballot from each precinct.
Okay.
Anything else? Sarah?
No, I'm just gonna say that we can do a resolution, or you can choose to do this resolution. But if Anoka County says you can't do it, we still can't do it, correct?
That is correct.
So again, I'm not in favor of putting things on a record just to put something on a record because we have no teeth behind it. It does nothing except for say, we want to do it, and Anoka County is saying no. And to me, that's not worth the resolution. So that's where I stand on it.
Just, I mean, to kind of answer that, I'm not answering it completely, but to kind of answer that. I mean, Anoka County is presenting itself as they are election official for us. And if we have, in several other cities, which there are at least 7 that have passed this already, are all saying the same thing. I would hope that Anoka County would represent us and then appeal it to the state and go to the state and say, hey, we've got 8 cities now that are asking for this.
And I guess if I saw Anoka County doing that, I would be more likely to support a resolution. To have a resolution just for the sake of having a resolution when there's nothing you can do about it, to me, doesn't make sense. That's
That's where the bottom up movement is with these resolutions is the idea is. that you get
Amen.
enough cities
I
on board.
understand that, but I'm still, I mean, I think every county in Anoka could do it. And if Anoka County doesn't want to do it because it is more work for them, it is more money, it's time, are we gonna get election judges who will do that? Because 90% of elected judges are on the way out and we're not getting a whole lot of new ones in. It's hard to get election judges. It's hard. So when you start putting extra hours and some nights, even without just waiting for everything to get done, these elected judges who are 80 years old are out till 10, 11, 12, 1, 2 in the morning. I'm not sure that you're going to get them to do anymore. That's where I'm at. And I just, if I saw Anoka County being willing, but I've seen no movement on their part and I don't think that they're going to. I just don't. I mean, I think a lot of cities could tell them what they want and still logistically for them, it doesn't make sense.
Fair enough. Thanks, sir.
Mhm.
Kevin?
That one word, Dave popped in, is that on part of his retainer?
Yes,
Pay
it
extra, do we?
I didn't know.
I think no reply from the county speaks volumes. You know, as much as we've talked about in the other cities that have requested, we're willing to pay for it. We're willing to toe the line. And like Joe said, it's from the bottom up. If enough people ask about it, maybe they'll change the tune, but they didn't answer. They haven't replied at all. Not at all. And so that to me, that tells you everything you need to know, that all the more reason to go for it and then rather than vote against it. So.
Anybody else? Anything else you want to say?
I just had a general
Sure.
question. So how many election judges do we have? And are they always the same? And do they get paid? Like, tell
They
me
do
about
get
it.
paid, yeah.
Okay, so we are required to have 4 election judges per precinct.
Okay.
We do have more than that. They are not always the same. I do have to do quite a bit of marketing and calling around and trying to get election judges back. As Sarah mentioned, most of my election judges are at a higher age. And it can be a very long day, especially the general election could be up to 16 to 18 hours, depending on what they've signed up for. They don't have to sign up for that, but most of them do. And yes, they do get paid. So we have an election judge pay and then a head election judge, because each precinct requires a head election judge to run, which everybody goes through training. But there really is no such thing as a volunteer anymore when it comes to elections. I have had one person opt out of being paid, but yeah, that's.
And they have to live here in our
No.
precinct?
No.
Oh, okay.
Nope, they can live in Minneapolis and come up here. They can live in Duluth and come down here. The only thing is they cannot serve in a precinct if their name is on the ballot. or if they have a next of kin on the ballot, which is an immediate relative. So a spouse, a sibling, a child, a parent.
So just an example, I'm not on the ballot this year. I could be an election judge.
I believe so,
Here?
yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was just curious.
Kind of weird.
It's kind of weird.
I would have to look into that. I guess I've never had anybody question that. I don't know if a standing elected official could.
I feel like someone in a
I
city near
will
us
check into
did
that and get back to you.
Okay. I was just curious.
Any other questions?
I have one.
Go ahead,
I
Kevin.
don't think the judges should really have a bearing on it. I mean, if we need to raise the salary or, again, everything costs money. People's time costs money.
Right.
You're a valuable asset as well. But this isn't really a judge issue. This is a integrity issue. And it's a request by a city to the mothership to, can we do this if we're willing to toe to the line?
We actually lead the salary amount or wages amount for city in Anoka County because we were having issues and you guys had raised the wages.
It's an important
before.
job.
But yeah, I mean, these people have to take time off of their regular job, which is
Sure.
the vacation day. They don't get paid from their regular job for it. Their employer has to let them take the time off. But I mean, it's a personal choice and it's not, nobody has ever said, well, I don't make enough money. It's just the fact that I don't have available people that are willing to do it. And some of the people that I do have, last minute, something comes up and then I'm in a frenzy trying to reschedule and I mean, it's a workaround and I mean, the election judges that I have are absolutely amazing. I appreciate all of them very much. It's just sometimes they can show up for the primary, but can't make it for the general. And, you know, it's training in a new election judges. It's time consuming and they go through their 2 hours of training, but having experienced election judges does help the process go a lot faster. So.
Sure. I understand. I appreciate the heck out of those guys too, but to me, this is not a judge issue. This is a voter integrity issue. And that's where my focus would be on it.
Any other discussion? So do I have a motion to approve resolution 2026-08 requesting general election post-review election?
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Councilman Founas. Do I have a second?
I'll second, Mayor.
Second by Councilman Robinson. This is a roll call vote. Is that correct? Nope.
Resolution.
Okay. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign.
Aye.
4-1, it passes.